The left and whoever else with whatever ideological label can come and present any argument they want to me about whether or not the national anthem should be played before sporting events. Anyone remember a few years ago when all the Colin Kaepernick garbage began? We were constantly told the protests weren't about the anthem and that we who could see what would eventually come to pass were just conspiracy theorists. Well, Dallas Mavericks owner and possibly the dumbest smart guy in the country, Mark Cuban, has decided that the anthem will no longer be played before his team's home games. And not just this season, but forever. Well, I have one thing to say to the guy who thinks he could be president someday. Go screw yourself. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for another edition of Things That Need to Be Said for MRC-TV. I'm Nick Kangadis. As I said at the top, present any argument you want to me that the national anthem shouldn't be played before sporting events. I don't care what your argument is anymore. Let's go with the two biggest points brought up in these arguments. But before I do, really quick, I just want to urge all of you to subscribe to our channel on Rumble. Who knows what content YouTube and the rest of big tech will come after next. Alt tech is where it's at. Thanks everybody. Now, on with the show. The first argument I always hear is that military veterans and current military fight for people's right to disagree with the playing of the anthem, and that a fair amount of those in the military agree. Well, that's great. I don't. Don't get me wrong, I love our military, and thank God that those brave men and women protect our rights and ensure that our national symbols are preserved. But I'm just as much an American as anyone else, and I do have a problem with this, and it's also my right to be bothered by people shitting on our traditions, especially by someone who thinks he could be president. So stop using the military as an excuse for denigrating our American traditions. I'll get to the second argument in a minute. Let me just put out there that I'm not saying that people can't disagree with the playing of the anthem. I'm not even saying what I'm saying so that Cuban has a change of heart and decides to play the anthem before his team's games. You don't want to play the anthem? Don't play the anthem, it's your team. But if you don't want to play the anthem, next time you need millions upon millions of tax dollars to build your next arena, maybe you shouldn't get it. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of Texans who would have a problem having their tax dollars spent on an arena that would only make money for the clown who doesn't want the anthem played. Regardless of the statement the NBA released today mandating teams play the anthem because they realize they might be getting fans back in the arenas soon, Cuban still made the move before the season even began. And if people didn't point it out, Cuban would have never said a word and just kept up with his new tradition of not playing the anthem. The NBA's decision to have all teams play the anthem before games was a financial decision, not a patriotic one. I understand the NBA is a global game and China gives the league a good portion of its revenue, but this just gives everyone another reason not to tune in. And for the people, like myself, who haven't watched the NBA in years, it just reinforces what we already thought was a good decision. Argument number two are the morons who say that we don't need a political statement before games anymore. I'm sorry. Did anyone remember singing the negative terms of Democrat or Republican in the anthem? Ever? No, you haven't. And that's because the national anthem, no matter what anyone wants to tell me, isn't political. You know who made it political? The kneelers, the Black Lives Matter communists, people like LeBron James, who could very well be considered a black supremacist at this point. Yeah, those can exist, and it's time we begin calling the race hustlers what they are, black supremacists. I said it again. It was never political until activists who, ironically, always tell us it's not about the anthem or the flag or the military, funnily enough, only seem to protest during American traditions like the anthem. Well, I'm tired of everyone's argument. You don't like the anthem? Good on you. You don't like the flag? Let me get you a medal for being so brave and beautiful. I simply don't care anymore, and I won't apologize for loving my country and the symbols and traditions that make it what it is. Well, until an eventual executive order comes in and turns us into China too. It's not the anthem, but I'm just going to leave all of you with this, and hopefully this triggers Mark Cuban and anyone else who has a problem with what I said in this video. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Suck it, haters. So have I gone off the deep end this time? Did it or did it not need to be said? Let me know in the comments, where I do read most and reply to one here and there. And don't forget to subscribe to us on Rumble. If you like this video, don't forget to share it and give it a thumbs up. Those are the two best ways to let us know you want us to keep these videos coming. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so that YouTube might actually let you know when MRC-TV comes out with a new video if they haven't censored or taken it down yet. Follow us on our new account on Clapper, which is a more free speech version of TikTok, and it's not owned by China. And check out more of our work at MRCTV.org. For MRC-TV, I'm Nick Kangadis.